Hey, welcome back. I hope that since my last video, you've been keeping track of how many calories are in each serving that you eat and how many grams of carbohydrates, protein, and fat are in those servings. So today we're going to talk a little more about fat and the different types of fat and what you want to look for when you look at the fat content in your food. Now, I hope that you remember that each gram of fat has 9 calories in it. So it's not the same amount as carbohydrates and protein. So let's talk about two different ends of the fat spectrum. Let's talk about hot dog and a bag of almonds. All right. So a hot dog, one serving, one hot dog is about 160, 170 calories. One serving of almonds, which is about a quarter of a cup, is about 170, 180 calories. So the almonds have slightly more calories than the hot dog. Now let's talk about the nutrition content. They both have about the same amount of protein, about 6 or 7 grams of protein. But the difference is they have the same amount of fat, the same number of fat, the same number of calories and grams of fat. But the difference is the fat calories that are in the hot dog are a totally different kind of fat than the fat calories that are in the almonds. And the fat calories that are in the hot dog really aren't going to give you any nutritional benefit. But the fat calories in the almonds are going to give you a lot of nutritional benefit. And fat is actually very essential for your bodily function. It gives you energy. It protects your cellular walls. It gives your skin fullness. It does all sorts of things for your body. And you have to have fat in your body. You probably want about 25 or 30% of your daily diet to be fat calories. So you want that number, but you want to eat the right kinds of fat. Another thing to think of if you're going to compare foods that may have nutrients, protein, carbohydrates, or fats that you want is what else is in there that you may or may not want. For example, what if you ate highly salted nuts? That's going to give you a lot of sodium. If you're sensitive to sodium, you want to know that before you eat those nuts. The same with a hot dog. The amount of sodium in a hot dog is tremendous. What else could you possibly eat besides salted nuts? You have unsalted nuts. Besides a hot dog, well, maybe you can eat a different animal protein if you like that kind of protein. Maybe a piece of cheese, not as high in sodium, but also an animal protein. If you don't like the animal protein, you want a healthier, more monounsaturated, more easily digestible, usable fat, then you're going to go with nuts, seeds, any kind of plant-based oily thing. Even oils themselves on salads or in other foods will give you the right kinds of fat. So keep looking at those labels, keep knowing what's going in your body, and we'll talk about other nutrients in other videos. Thanks for watching.